It's 3 o'clock in the morning. Your cat has the entire house to themselves. Every perfectly good cat bed you spent $40 on is empty. And yet, here they are, walking directly across your face and settling on your throat like a 12-pound scarf that purrs. The common internet narrative suggests cats are tiny sociopaths who tolerate our existence for the sake of food and warmth. This assumes cats treat humans as convenient heat sources rather than forming genuine social bonds. But warmth alone doesn't explain this behavior. Cats do run hot, with a baseline body temperature between 100 and 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Yet your cat has access to the open laptop, the radiator, and the pile of fresh laundry. If heat were the only variable, they have better, more stable options than a human who moves every 45 minutes. To understand why they choose you, we have to look at their ancestor, Felis sylvestris libica. This is a species of wildcat native to the Middle East and Africa. Unlike dogs, who evolved from pack-hunting wolves, this ancestor was a strictly solitary predator. They hunted, ate, and slept alone. In the wild, sleep is a solo act of survival. A wild cat trusts no one when they close their eyes. They find a concealed, elevated spot where nothing can reach them, and they disappear for the night. Your cat carries tens of thousands of years of that solitary instinct in its DNA. Yet they walk past every hidden corner in your home to fall asleep on top of your body. They are completely visible and completely vulnerable, performing a biological override of their deepest predatory survival instincts. In 2019, a research team adapted Ainsworth's strange situation procedure for domestic cats. This is a standardized psychological test, originally designed for human infants, that measures how an individual reacts to the departure and return of a primary caregiver. Infant secure attachment sits at approximately 65%. The tested cats came in at 64.3%, meeting the exact classification for complete trust. Furthermore, when given a free choice, 50% of cats chose human social interaction over food, toys, or scents. The data contradicts the stereotype of the aloof feline. These cats actively chose human interaction, even when basic needs like food were offered as alternatives. Cats also developed a communication system specifically for us. In 2009, a University of Sussex study uncovered the solicitation purr, which is structurally different from a normal resting hum. The solicitation purr sits between 220 and 520 hertz. Overlaying the frequency of a crying human infant, it fits perfectly on top of that range. This specific purr is designed to trigger the human neural circuitry that responds to a baby in need. They also communicate through the slow blink. In feline body language, a direct stare is a threat. Deliberately closing one's eyes in the presence of another animal is an act of total surrender. It signals that the cat feels safe enough to be vulnerable in your presence. When your cat narrows their eyes at you and you blink back, you are participating in a physiological language of vulnerability that cats evolved specifically to ensure we would bond with them. This bond began roughly 10,000 years ago in the Fertile Crescent, the region in the Middle East where early agricultural civilizations first flourished. Farming attracted rodents, which attracted wildcats. These cats stayed near humans on their own terms because it provided a stable food source. We have archaeological proof of how far back this goes. On the island of Cyprus, a 9,500-year-old burial site contains a human interred with a cat. To put that in perspective, this cat was carried across the sea and buried with them almost 4,000 years before the construction of the pyramids at Giza. This deep history is mirrored in individual cat behavior, like kneading. Newborn kittens push their paws against their mother to stimulate milk flow. This is one of the first behaviors they ever learn, and it is wired into brain circuits associated with safety and nourishment. When an adult cat needs you, their brain is accessing those same neural pathways. In these moments, their brain activity mirrors that of a nursing kitten seeking security. The domestic cat's purr consistently falls between 25 and 50 hertz. In orthopedic medicine, the field focused on treating the musculoskeletal system, vibrations in this exact range are used to increase bone density and accelerate the healing of soft tissue. This correlation extends to long-term health outcomes. A 2008 University of Minnesota study tracked 4,000 people over a decade and found cat owners had a 40% lower risk of death from heart attack. Even when accounting for other health factors, the statistical link remained. Because these routines are so consistent, a sudden change in where your cat sleeps is a serious indicator. If a nightly habit disappears, do not dismiss it as a random choice. Sleep disruption is often an early behavioral indicator of pain. In older cats, changes in sleep are a primary symptom of feline cognitive dysfunction, a condition that mirrors the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease. Your cat cannot tell you they are hurting. They can only show you through their behavior. Every night, your cat is choosing to set aside a solitary survival instinct that has defined their species for thousands of years. They walk past every hidden corner of your home to be exposed and visible. This is an ancient predator performing a profound act of trust. They are making you their safest place in the world, while their presence provides the physiological benefits tracked by researchers. If this changed how you see your cat, subscribe and tell me in the comments, where does your cat sleep tonight? Next time, we're looking at why your cat drops dead prey at your feet. The science behind those horrifying gifts is not what you think.